Hello, welcome to the Garden Gurus. I'm Trevor Cochran. We have got another sensational program for you, packed full of down-to-earth gardening advice. It's all about making gardening easy and a lot of inspiration, like this gorgeous angel's trumpet. It's a Brugsmansia and one of the easiest plants you could ever grow at home. Now, here's what's coming up on today's show. To kale or not to kale? I've got some greeny goodness advice for you. Linda takes you on a tour of the magnificent Collectors Plant Fair in New South Wales. And I take you into an incredible garden centre that has all the goodies a plant lover is going to want. One of the healthiest vegetables you can grow at home has to be this one. It's a member of the Brassica family, and this family includes some veggies that you'll know: cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, and of course this weird but wonderful European vegetable, kohlrabi. It might have a German name, but it originates from the Kashmir region of Central Asia. It's been grown in Europe for at least 500 years, and the Greeks love eating it raw with salt and olive oil. Now, if used as part of a healthy diet, this can increase your metabolism, which helps you lose weight. It's also a rich source of calcium and magnesium, which strengthens bones. But there's another member of this family that's even better for you, and it's just here. Kale may be the hipster's go-to in smoothies for a very good reason. It's a rich source of antioxidants, widely believed to be the densest source from all vegetables. Kale is loaded with all sorts of beneficial compounds, some of which have powerful medicinal properties. So how do you grow kohlrabi and kale at home? Well, easily is the answer. They are best planted in autumn and winter and will grow all year round. The other great thing about kale is it loves our hot, dry climate. In fact, the hotter the better, the more intense the beneficial nutrients are as well. Now, some of the many benefits that you could possibly enjoy as a result of increasing your dietary intake of kale include better regulated blood pressure. It's also really good for digestive health, so it's going to help your stomach work so much better. You've got other benefits. It's rich in antioxidants, so it's said to be a cancer fighter and also very good in fighting diabetes. Now, there are so many good minerals and nutrients in here. It's a rich source of vitamin C, vitamin K, iron, fibre, and of course I've mentioned antioxidants. There are so many reasons why you need to get this vegetable into your diet on a regular basis. To celebrate 20 years of the Garden Gurus, we're looking back on some of our favourite moments.
Well, some of the more interesting interviews that I've done have been associated with getting people onto the show. So there's lots of talented horticulturists out there, and we did a couple of trips, one to Sydney and another one to Melbourne, to interview folks to see if they would be suitable for hosting the Garden Gurus show. And I think we did some 40 folks at the time, and gosh, it was heartbreaking for some of these guys and girls, for that matter, that were dead keen to get on the show, but their nerves just kept on tripping them up, and almost the harder we tried to calm them, the more upset they got, and at the end of the day, it didn't work out. And yet the contrast for those that had been on television before and were comfortable with it was just cheese and chalk. So it wasn't a matter of do you think so or whatever, it was yes or no.
There's so much to love about Collectors Plant Fair. It's Disneyland for gardeners. 80 specialist growers from right across the nation have unloaded the biggest range of plants in Australia. It's held at the Hawkesbury Race Club. It's the plant fair that stops the nation. Beautiful plants grown to perfection. There's something here for everyone. Orchids, houseplants, natives, bush tucker, carnivorous plants, tropicals and succulents, bromeliads, fruit trees and perennials. It's brimming with rare and collectible plants and filled with expert growers and plant lovers all chatting about their love of plants. One of my favourite growers here is Secret Gardens and Nursery. This is a not-for-profit community garden and nursery set on the campus at Western Sydney University at Richmond. The focus of the garden is to draw all different types of community groups, all abilities and all walks of life together in a welcoming environment. Throughout the year, everyone chips in, propagating an assortment of edible plants, bee-attracting salvias, ornamental grasses, and even these adorable handmade bee hotels. It's wonderful to catch up with Alicia from Wild About Plants. It's her first collector's plant fair, and it's a veritable wonderland of really rare treasures. Alicia, what have you brought for us?
We're so thrilled to be here. So we mainly breed anthuriums and philodendron hybrids, my partner Nigel and myself. We grow these from our home, so these are our babies. We've got beautiful blue textures and shimmery, glittery veins and red noses like Rudolph, and this really beautiful, it's the ultimate collector's plant, the luxuriance hybrid. It's got the reptilian-like texture.
So what are the two main genus that you work with?
Mostly anthuriums and philodendrons.
They're gorgeous.
Thank you.
And how do you really grow them? Because I know they're really taking the world by storm.
We grow them both indoors and out. We're in Sydney, so not the most tropical of places at all. But if we can grow them, you'll be able to make these velvet babies very happy.
The showstopper here, I think, is the variegated Monstera. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, this is our big variegated Monstera Thai constellation. You can see it's like star patterns.
Can I ask one thing? How much would this be?
Well, we've been approached by a number of store holders who told us they've seen it for about $5,000 at this size.
Are there any little babies that are cheaper?
We did have them, but we got all cleared out. So this is the only one, the mama plant left.
I'm absolutely tickled pink that you came to the show this year.
Oh, we're so thrilled to be here. Just such amazing vibe. You know, plant lovers traveling far and wide.
I love this lineup of dahlias. So much colour and so much bloom. The tulips have actually been tricked into flowering here, and they're just delightful. And nothing beats the colour and pizzazz of the hippeastrums. This is Australia's most treasured plant fair, a place where you can come and relish your love of plants and connect with the plant people you adore. I just don't want the weekend to end. Maybe I'll see you here next year.
The idea of a glass house was first conceived in southern Europe in the 1500s. Now, the idea was, and it coincided with the improvement of manufacturing glass, they could create these glass houses that would allow them to grow plants that would normally not survive in that environment, that were cold and frost sensitive. Things like limes, lemons, and of course, oranges. That's how they got their names in the beginning. Orangeries. They were these beautiful glass houses that only the rich could afford. Thankfully, these days, you can have your own orangery at home. It's cost effective and it's a beautiful feature building. With modern design and engineering techniques, Sproutwell Greenhouses has developed a sophisticated and not understated design that's perfect for Aussie backyard environments. The Mayfair Designer series has taken months of planning to produce a high-end, more technically advanced greenhouse than anything else that you'll see in comparison in the marketplace. Sproutwell have made a name for itself when it comes to innovation and leading the Australian market for quality structures complete with a quicker and easier assembly technique. If you're one of those people that love indoor plants, and this is the perfect environment to get them growing. You see, they love this sort of atmosphere, and you'll end up with the most lush, beautiful plants. Not just that, if you love spicy edibles, then think about growing your own galangal, turmeric like this, and ginger. And if you grow it fresh, it tastes amazing. So Clayton, there's a huge amount of work goes into the design and engineering of these beautiful buildings. It's not just about the aesthetics, it's about their solid structure, isn't it?
Yeah, look, a lot goes into the design of our greenhouses. We've got about 4 different ranges of greenhouses that are distinctly different when it comes to the framing and how they go together.
Yep.
This one here is our orangery series. Obviously, all of our greenhouses are aluminium powder coated. This, you have the option of stainless steel mesh. You can have glass or you can have polycarbonate. So this one here is fitted with toughened glass. The beauty of this design is it has a very unique aluminium bar capping system. So what that means is once you've built the frame, you then clad the greenhouse, and then these capping profiles fit into place, retaining the cladding that you desire. All of our greenhouses come with roof ventilation. You can have manual, but both automatic options as well. We also have wall louvers that go in our greenhouse to allow that cross ventilation and better airflow.
Now, I've got an orangery in my garden. During the summer, it's great for the tropicals, and during winter, it's the best way to grow so many out-of-season plants. I might live in Perth, but this orangery doesn't just look amazing, it's incredibly practical too.
One of the most fascinating stories that never got to see the light of day, or get onto television for that matter, was an interview we recorded in Vancouver in Canada at a restaurant I can recall was called Spinnaker's, and the restaurant had attached to it a microbrewery as well as a chocolatier. Anyway, the crux of the story was that they had a tasting plate of beers, or tasting paddle of beers, and they matched the chocolate to the beer. Now, I thought that was the most bizarre thing I'd ever heard in my life until we tasted the first selection. And I remember it was a white chocolate flavoured with wasabi and a very light pale ale type beer, and it just worked.
One of the essential tools if you've got a larger block, lots of trees, or you're an industry professional is a chainsaw. And they are quite intimidating tools for the first time user, but this is where industry-leading battery operating saws are the way to go. The MSA 220CB is the most powerful 36-volt steel battery chainsaw to date. And just like a petrol chainsaw, this will cut through anything easily, but they are much lighter and compact, making them easier to control. This saw uses the AP300S Superior battery. This means you are getting the highest cutting performance of a battery saw, and it runs quietly, only generating low vibrations, making it more comfortable to handle and work for long periods of time. Before we do any cutting work, the first thing that we need to do is our safety checks, because when you're doing this kind of work in the garden, it's really important to have the correct PPE. So the first thing is our head protection, which protects our ears and our face with that shield, but we've also got our glasses, we've got gloves, we've got steel cap shoes, and then most importantly, we've got our leg protection. This way, if there's any mishaps, we're well protected. And then next up is the safety checks on the chainsaw itself. Firstly, is the chain sharpened? You don't want a blunt chain as it will only make the work difficult. Next, is the chain tensioned correctly? This is a very important step as you do not want it too loose or too tight. The correct tension should allow the chain to be lifted slightly, but then it should snap back to the bar. If your chain is needing tightening, this is a really nifty feature. This is the Still Quick Chain Tensioner, and it's tool-free. So all you need to do is move this dial, and that chain will snap back into place, and then that way you've made your adjustments and you're ready to start cutting. The last few things on the checklist is to have a nice working space and to check the bar lube, and you want to do this before and after every cut. Now that the checks are done, make sure you're positioned correctly. Don't stand directly behind or over the chainsaw. Instead, you want to be slightly to the side. This way, if there's any kickback, the bar won't be aiming towards your head, instead it'll go over the shoulder. The safest part of the bar to start your cut is closest to the engine. Make sure to go into the cut with full throttle, and as you near the end of your cut, ease up the pressure. If you're looking for your first chainsaw or to add to your collection, the MSA 220CB is a powerful saw that will easily get the job done. And don't forget to drop into your local Stihl dealership for some great friendly advice.
Now, I've brought you into my local favourite garden centre. Independent, family-owned garden centres have been servicing the community for many, many years. And they're the place where you come to see innovation, new ideas, the latest trends in pots or plants or products. And this particular one, Waldex Garden Centre, has been servicing my local community for over 50 years. The point of difference is without doubt the range. Often they'll specialise and look for the plants that are really different, or maybe they're just larger. There's always something new and different at a quality independent garden centre. There's been 3 generations working this business, and it's family-owned even today. Chris Gallop is the CEO and a major driver of the trends in the Australian garden industry. Chris, Woollex is really quite unique. You've got 3 great garden centres, but you've also got your own production nursery, and it gives you a real point of difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does, Trevor. We have our own production nursery in Wanneroo, which we've had for the last 50 years, with a team of very experienced and very knowledgeable staff who produce probably the best plants in Perth.
You've really got some quite unique plant species coming out of your nursery as well.
Exactly. So we source plants and we keep up to date with latest fashions, and we're able to produce something, a point of difference to the gardening market.
Chris, pottery's such a big part of any garden centre offer. You've been travelling all over the world to get the latest styles and designs and colours.
Yes, certainly have, Trevor, and we've built up a strong relationship with a number of manufacturers overseas.
I was going to talk to you about pots. Once upon a time, it was the old, big, heavy clay ceramic, and something like this you could never have moved. But technology's changed, and now we've got this fibre cement technology, so they're a lot lighter, aren't they?
Yes, very easy for 2 people to just pick up and move around, and a great range of different styles and colours.
Whilst it's all about great plants, the experience that sits behind an independent, family-owned and run garden centre is vitally important. It's all about knowledgeable, friendly service, and this business really gets it. Mate, your indoor plants are spectacular, and there's a new way people can get their hands on them. In fact, anything here at Woollex, and it's with your online shop.
Exactly. We've only just launched it, and it's been a long time coming, but demand has been enormous from throughout the metro area and country areas.
Tell me a little bit about people who join your club, because there's this new loyalty club here at Woollex.
Yes.
And people, for every dollar spent, get points towards being able to get other things.
Yes, called the Bud Club. We launched it very recently and it's been extremely popular, and it'll allow people to join the club, have special promotions, in-store promotions, and also points for every dollar they spend.
The best gift you'll ever give is something unique and personal. A gorgeous living plant, something different, something special. And independent garden centres are where you'll find them. If you can't visit your nearest store, check this company out online. Well, that's all we've got for you this week on The Garden Gurus. Now, the good news is we're back next week. We've got a great program packed full of down-to-earth gardening advice. If there's anything that you saw on today's show that you want to know more about, then visit our website. It's a great resource. It's thegardengurus.tv. Or if you've got a question you'd like to ask, then simply become a friend on Facebook. We answer your questions, particularly on a Monday morning when we have our Facebook Live Gardening Club. I'm Trevor Cochran. I look forward to seeing you next week for another great episode of The Garden Gurus.